Andrew Butchart, Lewandowski, who's having a very good end to his season, Elliot Giles, Charlie Grice, Jordan Williams of Australia, we've got Adam Clark, Johnny Davis in there as well, Alexis Millet of France, and Lewis Moses. Running well in the World Championship, 5,000 metres again, of course, chasing Mo Farah and others home. Might have remember seeing Adam Clark taken on right in the middle there. A recent 1500 metre personal best, although a pretty disappointing run for him in the 800 metres in the Brussels Diamond League last weekend. Go on then, take your pick, Paula.
Well, Lewandowski has gone on record that if he doesn't win this year, having come second the last 2 years to Kiprop and then to Jake Whiteman last year, then he's going to keep coming back until he wins it. Andrew Butchart has the stamina and the endurance to be able to really make it count, if he makes it count, up that tough section into the wind, up the hill and across the bridge. So it's in his interests to make it hard from the start, which it looks like he's trying to do, but he's not really gone too quick yet. We'll get an idea when they go through the first 400 metres.
Well, if you're not used to watching road miles, as Paula was alluding to there, it's often difficult to judge pace well. It's easy on the track when you've got every 100 metres, you know what you're doing. Here it's not so easy. And this course, it goes along the Newcastle side. Then they'll swing over the swing bridge, and then when they get over the swing bridge, that's when the race really starts to get moving. They're into the last 600 metres then, and a long run in. 400, that was pretty slow. What was that, Paul? About 65, so it's pretty slow early on.
Yeah, it was about 65, so it is slow. I think it is, if it hasn't changed direction from when I was doing my run this morning, it's windy, and they're into the wind there. Then they'll have the wind behind them at their backs as they come down the finishing straight, but it may well have changed around because it's definitely swirling a lot out there. And looking at the trees, it's not too bad at the moment, and it looks as though now, as he picked it up a little bit, he's starting to string them out, and it looks as though the pace has picked up somewhat.
Always helps, I think, in these events to know the course, to know when to make your effort. Andy Butchart not helped by that. Lewandowski certainly does. Charlie Grice does. So Mia, the young Frenchman, on the shoulder of Butchart. The other contenders, Lewandowski right at the back wearing the sunglasses. Charlie Grice happy to sit off it a little bit, as indeed is Elliot Giles, is right in the middle of the pack, really. And as they swing round now, a little bit of a rise here up onto the swing bridge, but nobody's starting to make a big move yet. It's still a slow pace.
Yeah, this is where I think having a little bit of a cross-country background, which Andy Butchart does have, is probably the only one in there, aside from Adam Clark, who's maybe raced a little bit more on the cross-country. So just knowing that to use the hills, to use the different ups and downs in this course, to be able to make a move, to make people hurt a little bit, and to test out and see who's able to respond at that point.
Well, they picked up a little bit, 2.7 through the half. It's still not particularly quick, though. Davis is now moving on the outside, and he's had a good end to his season. A couple of medals at the World Student Games on the other side of the world over in Asia. So Butchart, Mia, Davis in Charlie Grice there. Lewandowski just getting a little bit closer. He's wearing the white T-shirt under his vest there as they make the last turn. And then a little bit of downhill section here as they come past the Sage and into the last 500 metres or so. There you see, exactly 500 to go. Butchart having a go now, really kicking, and they spread across the road. Elliot Giles looking very comfortable. This is all about judging when to kick, get into front. When they get onto the track, the last piece, they've only got about 120 metres to go. Still anyone's race, Paula.
Yeah, it is. When they turn this corner, they can probably just about now start to see the track. They've got a little bit of a rise up onto the track, which has caught a few people out in the past. Charlie Grice getting himself into possession behind Andrew Butchart, but at the moment it looks like Adam Clark has taken a little bit of a steal on them.
Well, he's the first to go, and you know what you always say, don't be the first to kick. So it's Adam Clark who's struck out here with Lewandowski following him. Others starting to struggle. Williams, the Australian, going well, and so is Elliot Giles still there. Charlie Grice can't get to them, so they're onto the straight now, 3 abreast. Lewandowski trying to get there, but Williams on the inside is there, and Elliot Giles coming on this side. It's going to be between those two. The others are gone. Williams still heading. Giles, he's going to make it to the line. Williams for Australia gets the win ahead of Elliot Giles, Lewandowski, and then Clark. Well, a good, strong finish, and just reiterating, you've got to wait and wait and wait and wait, and then when he did go at the front, had enough strength to hold off Elliot Giles, who I think judged his finish pretty well also. but just couldn't quite get to the young Australian.
Yeah, Jordan Williams just judged it perfectly there, ran really well, took the inside.